Hello everyone, my name is Elspeth, this is the Planeswalker Pantheon, and today we're going to bring you an opening of the latest set, Core 2021, which is out now on Arena and also now available in paper if you've gone to your pre-release. I have 76 packs to open, some of which I got from pre-ordering the set on Arena before it came out. I played a few drafts and got some packs out of there, and there is also code PLAYM21, which will also give you 6 packs. And there's also pre-release codes that you can get from attending your local pre-release. But enough about that, let's get into cracking this pack, shall we? Got a Finishing Blow, a Sky Scanner, Goblin Wizardry, Rookie Mistake, Obsessive Stitcher, Archfiend's Vessel, and a common wildcard, and our rare is Scavenging Ooze. So for 1 and a green, you get a creature ooze. It's a 2/2. You can pay a green to exile a target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, put a +1/+1 counter on the Scavenging Ooze and you gain 1 life. Alright, next. Skeleton Archer, Defiant Strike, Revitalize, Grasp of Darkness, which is great to see back at common. Library Larcenist, Garruk's Uprising, and Cultivate. And our rare is a Ruined Halo. So for 2 white, you get an enchantment. As Ruined Halo enters the battlefield, choose a card name. You have protection from the chosen card name. So it's great to ruin some combo decks that exist out there in the world of Magic. Makeshift Battalion, Concordia Pegasus, Drowsing Pteranodon, Anointed Chorister, Shock, Teferi's Tutelage, and Chandra's Pyroling. And our rare for this pack is Demonic Embrace. For 1 and 2 black, you get an enchantment aura, you enchant a creature. Enchanted creature gets 3/3/+1 and has flying as a demon, in addition to its other types. You may cast Demonic Embrace from your graveyard by playing 3 life and discarding a card in additional to paying its other costs. Alright, next pack. Got a Mask Blackguard, Run Afoul, Spellgorger Wig, great to see that back from War of the Spark, Crypt Lurker, Track Down, Light of Promise, an uncommon wildcard, and our rare is a Spore Web Weaver. So for 2 and a green, you get a creature spider. It's a 1/4 with reach and it has hexproof and blue. Whenever it is dealt damage, you gain 1 life and create a 1/1 green Saproling creature token. Teferi can go tuck itself now. Alright, next pack. We have a Dub, got a Hobble Fiend, a Radiant Fountain, Revitalize, a common wildcard, Skyway Sniper, a Furious Rise, and our rare is Azusa, Lost But Seeking. So for 2 and a green, you get a legendary creature Human Monk. It's a 1/2. You may play 2 additional lands on each of your turns. Great to see this as a reprint for Modern, particularly for Scapeshift. Got a Village Rites, a Valorous Steed, a Keen Glide Master, Skeleton Archer, Pitchburn Devils, Archfiend's Vessel, and Indulging Precision. I love this artwork, it's so cool. And our rare is the Temple of Triumph. Alright, what have we got in the next pack? We have a Llanowar Visionary, which is basically the mix of a Llanowar Elves and an Elvish Visionary, just literally smushed all together. We've got a Hobble Fiend, a Village Rites, Hunter's Edge, which is great green removal, a King Glide Master, Kite Sail Freebooter, great to see that back, Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest, and our rare is Subara Tulzori Caravaner. So it's a legendary creature, human shaman, so for 2 and a red, you get a 2/3 with haste. You can pay 1 and make another target creature with power 2 or less not be able to be blocked. And for 1 and a red and tap and discard your hand until end of turn, whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. Very neat for mono red. Alright, what have we got here next? We've got a Wall of Ruins, Alchemist's Gift, Run Afoul, Pitchburn Devils, Goblin Arsonist, Baleful Oak, Tormod's Crypt, and our rare is a rare wildcard. Alright, next pack. We have a Forgotten Sentinel, Pitchburn Devils, Drowsing Pteranodon, Duress, Silent Dart, an uncommon wildcard, Sanctum of Shattered Heights, and our rare is a mythic rare wildcard. Got a Revitalize, Fur of the Bitten, Celestial Enforcer, Finishing Blow, a common wildcard, a Selfless Savior. He's the best good boy ever in this set. Fierce Empath, and our rare is Peer into the Abyss. So this wins my award for creepiest artwork ever in this set. It's very MC Escher-esque with the multiple faces sort of all going into each other. So for 4 and triple black, you get a sorcery. Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half their life, round up each time. It's such a sweet bit of flavor text. He's the goodest boy ever. Alright, next pack. We've got an Ornery Dilapithor, Bone Pit Brute, Spine Megalodon, King Glidemaster, Crypt Lurker, Indulging Petition, and a Pestilent Haze. Our rare for this pack is the Ruined Halo. Got a Celestial Enforcer, Burn Bright, Infernal Scarring, Shock, Skeleton Archer, Watcher of the Spheres, Indulgent Partition, and our rare is a Sanctum of All. So for a white, a blue, black, red, and green, you get a legendary enchantment shrine. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may search your library and or graveyard for a shrine card and put it into the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. If an ability of another shrine you control triggers while you control 6 or more shrines, the ability triggers an additional shrine. Additional time. Alright, next pack. Spellgorger Weird, some Scorching Dragonfire, Grasp of Darkness, Sanguine Indulgence, Goblin Arsonist, Griffin Airy, an uncommon wildcard, and our rare is Demonic Embrace. Alright, so Destructive Tampering, Pitchburn Devils, Rise Again, Masked Blackguard, Liliana Steward, Falconer Adept, Tide Skimmer, and our rare, Peer into the Abyss. Alright, next pack. Spine Megalodon, Life Goes On, Gloom Sower, Celestial Enforcer, a common wildcard, Obsessive Stitcher, a Silver Moat Ghoul, and our rare is Feline Sovereign. So for 2 and a green, you get a creature cat, it's a 2/3. Other cats you control get +1/+1 and have protection from dogs. Whenever one or more cats you control deal combat damage to a player, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Pretty neat for a future cat deck that might exist in Pioneer or even Modern. Alright, next pack. Cage Zombie, Feat of Resistance, Ornery Dilapithor, Bone Pit Brute, Anarchy Ogre, Havoc Jester, Unleash Fury, and our rare is Subera Tolzari Caravana. Alright, next. Shock, Concordia Pegasus, Thrill of Possibility, Short Sword, Teferi's Protege, Malefic Scythe, Archfiend's Vessel, and our rare is Nyambi, Esteemed Speaker. So for a white and a blue, you get a legendary creature, Human Cleric. It's a 2/1 with Flash. When Nyambi enters the battlefield, you may return another target creature you control to its owner's hand. If you do, gain life equal to that creature's converted mana cost, and for 1 white-blue tap, discard a legendary card, draw 2 cards. It's really neat, actually. There's some really good applications there. Got a Trackdown, a Blood Glutton, a Spellgorger Weird, Short Sword, Roaming Ghostlight, Witch's Cauldron Knot, which is familiar, Battle Shaman, and our rare is Karavek the Spiteful. So for 2 and 2 black, you get a legendary creature, Human Warlock. It's a 3/2, and other creatures get -1/-1. Titanic Growth, Llanowar Visionary, Secure the Scene, Feat of Resistance, King Glidemaster, an uncommon wildcard, a Wake of Wave, and a rare is an Idol of Endurance. So for 2 and a white, you get an artifact. When Idol of Endurance enters the battlefield, exile all creature cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard until Idol of Endurance leaves the battlefield. For 1 and a white and tap, until end of turn, you may cast a creature spell from among the cards exiled with Idol of Endurance without paying its mana cost. It's really neat there. Alright, next pack. Silent Dart, Prismite, Valorous Steed, Finishing Blow, a common wildcard, Belfast Oak, Tempered Veteran, and our rare is Discontinuity. So for 3 and triple blue, you get an instant. As long as it's your turn, this spell costs 2 and 2 blue less to cast, and you end the turn. So there's a lot of shenanigans that you can do with that card, which makes it quite interesting. Alright, next pack. Got a Snare Spinner, a Cage Zombie, Chandra's Rage Magmut, Crash Through, Forgotten Sentinel, a Seasoned Hallowblade, Malferic Scythe, and our rare is a Scavenging Ooze. Alright, next pack. Got a Skeleton Archer, a Pride Mulkin, Valorous Steed, Gale Swooper, Read the Tides, Tellurian Kraken, Obsessive Stitcher, and our rare is a Conspicuous Snoop. So for 2 ready at a creature, Goblin Rogue, it's a 2/2. You play with the top card of your library revealed. You may cast Goblin spells from the top of your library. As long as the top card of your library is a Goblin card, Conspicuous Snoop has all activated abilities of that card. So there's a bunch of little combos you can do with Modern. If you include Kiki Jiki, that's a way to go infinite. Or there's probably ways for infinite damage as well. Turret Ogre. Note that has Reach, Crash Through, Daybreak Charger, Minstrel Singer, Crypt Lurker, Watcher of the Spheres, Law Scale Quartal. I'm so happy to see this get a reprint. And our rare is Grim Tutor. So for 1 and 2 black, you get a sorcery. You search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, then shuffle your library. You lose 3 life. That's another cool reprint to see, seeing as it wasn't printed since Starter. Alright, what have we got here? Destructive Tampering, Masked Blackguard, Goblin Wizardry, Rise Again, a common wild card, an uncommon wild card, Sanctum of Stone Fangs, and our rare is Stormwing Entity. So for 3 and double blue, you get a 3/3 creature elemental with flying and prowess. This creature costs 2 and a blue less to cast if you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. When it enters the battlefield, you scry 2. Alright, let's see what else we got. We got a Sabertooth Mauler, Bone Pit Brute, Read the Tides, Cancel, Basara's Acolyte, Sanctum of Tranquil Light, Avon Gaggle Master, and our rare is a Massacre Worm. Hey, you guys! For 3 and triple black, you get a creature worm. It's a 6/5. When it enters the battlefield, creatures your opponents control get -2/-2 until the end of turn. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, that player loses 2 life. This is another cool reprint. There's some really nice reprints in this set overall, I think. Alright, what have we got here? So we have a Life Goes On, an Alpine Watchdog, Rousing Reed, Rookie Mistake, Liliana Steward, Silvermote Ghoul, Canopy Stalker, and our rare is Double Vision. So for 3 and 2 Radiant and Enchantment, whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Colossal Dreadmaw, Liliana Steward, Feat of Resistance, Defiant Strike, Cage Zombie, Tampered Veteran, Unleash Fury, and our rare is See the Truth. So for 1 in the blue, you look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of those cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. If the spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put each of those cards into your hand instead, and it's a sorcery. Goblin Wizardry, Llanowar Visionary, Honorary Dilapizor, Alpine Watchdog, Common Wildcard, Bolt Hound, Leafkin Avenger, and our rare is Subara Tulzari Caravana. Got a Fettered Imp, Cage Zombie, Hobble Fiend, Silent Dart, Pitchburn Devils, Kitesail Freebooter, an uncommon wildcard, and our rare is a Pack Leader. So for 1 and a white, you get a creature dog, it's a 2/2. Other dogs you control get +1/+1. Whenever a Pack Leader attacks, prevent all combat damage that will be dealt to dogs you control. Alright, so we've got a Snare Spinner, Track Down, Ornery Dilapizor, Shock, Spellgorger Weird, Riddle Form, Chrome Replicator, and our rare is a Hooded Blightfang. So for 2 and a black, you get a 1/4 creature snake. It has Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals damage to a planeswalker, destroy that planeswalker. Really neat. Got a Feat of Resistance, Thrill of Possibility, King Glide Master, Burn Bright, Makeshift Battalion, an uncommon wildcard, Bad Deal, and our rare is Animal Sanctuary. So if the land comes to play untapped, you can tap to add a colour, so you can pay 2 and tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on target bird, cat, dog, goat, ox, or snake. Alright, so we've got a Daybreak Charger, Lofty Denial, Ornery Dilapizor, Anointed Chorister, Read the Tides, Light of Promise, an uncommon wildcard, and our rare is Maze Mind Tome. So for 2 mana, get an artifact. You can tap to put a page counter on the tome and scry 1, or you can pay 2 and tap, put a page counter on Maze Mind Tome, draw a card. When there are 4 or more page counters on the tome, exile it. If you do, you gain 4 life. Secure the Scene, Lanoir Visionary, Revitalize, Walking Corpse, Common Wildcard, Palladium Mirror, Epitaph Golem, and our rare is Transmogrify. So for 3 and a red, you get a sorcery, you exile target creature. That creature's controller reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a creature card. That player puts that card in the battlefield and then shuffles the rest into their library. Bloodgotten, Daybreak Charger, Water Battlements, Skyscanner, Spellgorger Weird, Epitaph Golem, Soulseer, and our rare is a Mythic Rare wildcard. Got a Turret Ogre, note that has reach, Rise Again, Truffle Snout, Bone Pit Brute, Mind Rot, an uncommon wildcard, and Avon Gagglemaster, and our rare is a rare wildcard. Got a Ranger's Guile, Truffle Snout, Frost Breath, Portcullis Vine, a common wildcard, an uncommon wildcard, a Sanctum of Tranquil Light, and our rare is the Sanctum of All. Alright. So we've got a Rookie Mistake, Valorous Steed, Wishcoin Crab, Rise Again, Fervor of the Bitten, Epitaph Golem, Tide Skimmer, and our rare is a Shackle Geist. So for 1 and a blue, get a creature spirit. It's a 2/2 with flying. Shackle Geist can only block creatures with flying. Tap 2 untapped spirits you control. Tap target creature you don't control. Masked Blackguard, Library Larcenist, Shock, Colossal Dreadmaw, Forgotten Sentinel, Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest, Bolt Hound, and our rare is Maze Mind Tome. Infernal Scarring, Daybreak Charger, Fervor of the Bitten, Hunter's Edge, a common wildcard, Havoc Jester, Malferic Scythe, and our rare, Liliana, Walker of the Dead. So for 2 and 2 black, you get a legendary Planeswalker Liliana. She starts at 4 loyalty. You can +1 to make each player discard a card. Each opponent who can't loses 3 life. You can -3 where target creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is the number of target cards in a graveyard. And you can get an emblem where at the beginning of combat on your turn, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, and it gains haste. Alright, so we've got a Library Larcenist, Fettered Imp, Crypt Lurker, Skyscanner, Runafowl, Furious Rise, Balefist Oak, and our rare is Karavak the Spiteful. Crash Through, Onaki Ogre, Scorching Dragonfire, Walking Corpse, Goblin Wizardry, an uncommon wildcard, Garruk's Uprising, and our rare is Shacklegeist. Alright, next pack. Drowning Pteranodon, Shieldmate, Gloomsower, Concordia Pegasus, a common wildcard, Reign of Revelation, Balefist Oak, and our rare is Chandra, Heart of Fire. So for 3 and 2 red, you get a legendary Planeswalker Chandra. Starts at 5 loyalty. You can +1 to discard your hand, then exile the top 3 cards of your library until the end of turn. You may play cards exiled this way. +1, Chandra, Heart of Fire deals 2 damage to any target. And you can -9 to search your graveyard and library for any number of red instant or sorcery cards. Exile them and shuffle your library. You may cast them this turn and add 6 mana. I think you can actually kind of bank up the cards that you get with the +1, because I believe it's exiled by this effect, not until end of turn, as long as it's done by that effect. Alright, next up, got Anointed Chorister, Mistral Singer, Defiant Strike, Voldaren Arcanist, Feat of Resistance, Liliana's Devotee, Reign of Revelation, and our rare is a Temple of Triumph. Feat of Resistance, Portcullis Vine, Tome Anima, Teferi's Protege, Burn Bright, Unsubstantiate, Kinetic Augur, and our rare is Double Vision. Rookie Mistake, Colossal Dreadmaw, Grasp of Darkness, Track Down, Destructive Tampering, Sanctum of Calm Waters, Eliminate, and our rare is Karavak the Spiteful. Sabertooth Mauler, Gnarled Sage, Lofty Denial, Infernal Scarring, Pitchburn Devils, Havoc Jester, an uncommon wildcard, and our rare is a Temple of Silence. Walking Corpse, Snare Spinner, Skeleton Archer, Life Goes On, a common wildcard, Alpine Houndmaster, Unleash Fury, and our rare is Veto, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. So for 2 and a black, you get a legendary creature, Vampire Cleric, it's a 1/3. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. And for 3 and 2 black, creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. Grasp of Darkness, Hobble Fiend, Colossal Dreadmaw, Pride Mulkin, Setessan Training, Witch's Cauldron, Teferi's Tutelage, and our rare is Azusa, Lost But Seeking. Walking Corpse, Hunter's Edge, Finishing Blow, Roaming Ghostlight, a common wildcard, uncommon wildcard, Thrashing Brontodon, and our rare is a Conspicuous Snoop. Defiant Strike, Sabertooth Maw, Skeleton Archer, Read the Tides, Voldaren Arcanist, Falconer Adept, Enthralling Hold, and our rare is Veto, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. Mind Rot, Forgotten Sentinel, Rookie Mistake, Ranger's Guile, Turn to Slag, Thrashing Brontodon, Waker of Waves, and our rare is Volcanic Salvo. So for 10 and 2 red, you get a sorcery. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control. So Volcanic Salvo deals 6 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures and or planeswalkers. Very interesting. Mind Rot, Hobble Fiend, Concordia Pegasus, Turret Ogre, Sanguine Indulgence, Meteorite, Griffin Airy, and our rare is a Pack Leader. Rambunctious Mutt, who's a good boy? Lofty Denial, Celestial Enforcer, Village Rites, common wildcard, Alpine Houndmaster, uncommon wildcard, and our rare is Heroic Intervention. So for 1 green, you get an instant. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Walking Corpse, Sky Scanner, Basari's Acolyte. This is probably the best white common in the set. Prone Pit Brute, a common wildcard, Face Fetters, Archfiend's Vessel, and our rare is the Sanctum of All. Alright, so we've got a Staunch Shieldmate, Walking Corpse, Rambunctious Mutt, Read the Tides, Anointed Chorister, Fierce Empath, Furious Rise, and our rare is Azusa, Lost But Seeking. Sky Scanner, Radiant Fountain, Sanguine Indulgence, Chandra's Mage Mutt, Staunch Shieldmate, Obsessive Stitcher, Tempered Veteran, and our rare is Speaker of the Heavens. So for 1 mana, you get a creature human cleric. It's a 1/1 vigilance and lifelink. You can tap to create a 4/4 white angel creature token with fly. Activate this ability only if you have at least 7 or more life than your starting total, and only at any time you could cast a sorcery. It's kind of feels parallel to Dragon Master Outcast, except probably a little bit worse, because your life total can change a lot easier than what your land count can. Alright, next pack. Have a Blood Glutton, Sabertooth Maw, Gothmoon Wizardry, Frost Breath, Truffle Snout, Basari's Solidarity, Experimental Overload, and our rare is Thieves Guild Enforcer. So for a single black, you get a creature human rogue. It's a 1/1 with flash. When it or another rogue enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 2 cards. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, Thieves Guild Enforcer gets +2/+1 and has Death Touch. Pretty neat little design space there. Liliana's Steward, Spine Megalodon, Spellgorger Weird, Feat of Resistance, Read the Tides, an uncommon wildcard, a Sanctum of Calm Waters, and our rare is Basari's Lieutenant. So for 3 and a white, you get a creature human knight. It's a 3/4 with vigilance and it has protection from multicolored. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever Basari's Lieutenant or another creature you control dies, if it had a +1/+1 counter on it, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. Pride Mulkin, King Glidemaster, Turret Ogre, Annoyed Chloristar, a common wildcard, an uncommon wildcard, Cultivate, and our rare is Chandra, Heart of Fire. Daybreak Charger, Titanic Growth, Duress, Fervor of the Bitten, Library Licenist, Skyway Sniper, Tavern Swindler, and our rare, Subaru Tulzari Caravana. Spine Megalodon, Goblin Arsonist, King Glidemaster, Teferi's Protege, a common wildcard, Fungal Rebirth, Cultivate, and our rare is a mythic rare wildcard. Makeshift Battalion, Life Goes On, Snare Spinner, Concordia Pegasus, Silent Dart, Havoc Jester, Angelic Ascension, and our rare is a Spore-Web Weaver. Shore Strike, Portcullis Vine, Destructive Tampering, Read the Tides, Bone Pit Brute, Obsessive Stitcher, an uncommon wildcard, and our rare is Thieves Guild Enforcer. Alright. Shore Strike, Mind Rot, Pitchburn Devils, Anointed Chloristar, common wildcard, Malphite Scythe, Bolt Hound, and our rare is a Volcanic Salvo. Gale Swooper, Walking Corpse, Lanois Visionary, Anointed Chloristar, Gnarled Sage, Seasoned Hallow Blade, Bad Deal, and our rare is a rare wildcard. Silent Dart, Pobble Fiend, Revitalize, Honorary Dilapithor, Duress, Miscast, Liliana's Devotee, and our rare is a Containment Priest. This is a cool print to see from to come from modern. So for 1 and a white, either creature, human, cleric, it's a 2/2 with flash. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, you can exile it instead, which is really cool. Mind Rot, Gloom Sower, Finishing Blow, Wish Queen Crab, Staunch Shieldmate, Heartfire Immolator, Epitaph Golem, and our rare is a Teferi's Ageless Insight. So for 2 and 2 blue, you get a legendary enchantment. If you draw a card except for the first one in your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead. Alright, what have we got here? We've got a Defiant Strike, a Shore Strike, a Cancel, Hunter's Edge, Fervor of the Bitten, an uncommon wildcard, Garruk's Uprising, and our rare is a Pursued Whale. So for 5 and 2 blue, you get a creature whale. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent creates a 1/1 red pirate creature token with this creature can't block, and creatures you control attack each combat if able. Spells their opponents cast that target Pursued Whale cost 3 more to cast. This is the first time I've actually seen the pirate token. It's actually a really cool pirate token for this card. Kind of calls back to Moby Dick a little bit. Alright, next. Got a Finishing Blow, Walking Corpse, Revitalize, Mind Rot, Common Wildcard, Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest, Sanctum of Shattered Heights, and our rare is a rare wildcard. Alright, we've now got Rise Again, Return to Nature, Deathbloom Thallid, Swift Response, Truffle Snout, Shipwrecked Drowser, Tolarian Kraken, and our rare is a Storming Entity. Alright, so it's Skeleton Archer, Rambunctious Mutt, Legion's Judgment, Silent Dart, Truffle Snout, Malpharic Scythe, Unsubstantiate, and our rare is actually Garruk Unleashed. So for 2 and 2 green, the legendary Planeswalker Garruk, who starts at 4 loyalty, you can +1, up to 1 target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample until end of turn. You can -2 to create a 3/3 green creature base token. If opponent controls more creatures than you put a loyalty counter on Garruk Unleashed. You can -7 to get an emblem at the beginning of your end step. You may search your library for a creature card, put into the battlefield, and shuffle your library. Tome Anima, Honorary Dilapithor, Mind Rot, Radiant Fountain, Goblin Arsonist, Griffin Airy, Watcher of the Spheres, and your rare is a Conspicuous Snoop. Have a Defiant Strike, Voldarian Arcanist, Rookie Mistake, Library Larcenist, Bone Pit Brute, Kinetic Augur, an uncommon wild card, and our rare is a Chandra's Incinerator. So for 5 and a red, you get a creature elemental to 6/6 with trample. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total amount of non-combat damage dealt to your opponents this turn. Whenever a sorcerer you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, Chandra's Incinerator deals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker that player controls. Alright, next. Got a Library Larcenist, Chandra's Magma, Teferi's Protege, Lofty Denial, Common Wildcard, Unleashed Fury, Waker of Waves, and our rare is a Peer into the Abyss. Next up, we have a Makeshift Battalion, Burn Bright, Anointed Chorister, Cancel, Village Rites, Witch's Cauldron, Riddle Form, and our rare is Karavek the Spiteful. Alright, so we've got a Water Battlement, Snare Spinner, Infernal Scarring, Alpine Watchdog, Voldarian Arcanist, Archfiend Bessarian Solidarity, and our rare is Pursued Whale. Alright, so that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. So I hope to see you guys later.